Hello, everyone. This is a new program coming to you at 6 o'clock. This is Clear Cut with Shannon and KJ. I wanted to put my name first, but that's okay.
Well, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
But I'll open it and I'll say Shannon and KJ if that makes
That's
you feel
fine.
better.
It's whatever you want. It's ultimately the KJ show now.
Yeah. pretty much. So, let's start off with some hot topics, why don't we?
Yeah, hot topics.
Well, I think this is a woman that most of us love. I know especially, I think you like her. I like her as a country aficionado.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would really enjoy this. But we have Dolly Parton, which is Dolly Parton's new pet apparel line.
And it looks good. See there? Look at those.
Does it look good? I think that's
a little handkerchief. She's so cute. What do you mean? You don't like it?
I mean, it's okay. I think I'm most excited about the blonde wig. She's also selling this. Yes, a blonde wig
Halloween.
for dogs.
Just in time for Halloween.
I think in general. I don't think it's a Halloween.
It should be
specific.
It should just be Halloween.
No, it should. but I don't think that it is. Did you know that her first record was actually called Puppy Love?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Didn't
Dolly Parton start singing when she was like what?
She started singing when she was really young.
Very
And you know
young.
that, so there's the video going around on Instagram and Facebook where it says she liked to dress like a woman in her hometown. And that's where she got her style from. It was a woman that was looked down upon in her hometown. That's where she got her.
Well, I think that's kind of a little bit of Dolly. I think a little bit of some people. I think they struggle with maybe some of the things she wears sometimes. But I just think it's her unique style.
She can't help. I mean, she can't help it. But
do you think?
She says it costs a lot of money to look this cheap.
I think the blonde wig will be her bestseller. What do you think?
I think so too. It's a signature for her.
Yeah, but so the idea is you have a dog. Mm-hmm. And you buy the wig and you put the wig on and you just walk around with the dog.
And everybody should know. You know what would really make them know that the dog was supposed to be dressed like Dolly?
What? Tell me that joke. Let's run through that joke.
I mean, I'm just saying. I think they could stand an hourglass.
I know.
Silhouette.
An hourglass silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I especially like the joke that you always kind of do.
I do tell a joke when we play.
So come on, let's do it.
As a band, we do Jolene. Mm-hmm. And when I go out
it's
and play...
It's great, by the way, Jolene.
When I go out and play with Shannon Baker and Sometime Soon, I always say, Jolene, Dolly Parton wrote that song the same night that she wrote I Will Always Love You. Mm-hmm. And I'm not Dolly Parton. And there are two big differences between me and her. One is that I'm brunette. The other big difference is she's a lot shorter than me.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. If you want Dolly Parton, you can purchase it on dollyparton.com or Amazon, I believe. Yep. I mean, what can't you purchase on Amazon?
And she's not the only one. She's not the only country artist with a dog line either. Trisha Yearwood has one.
Trisha Yearwood. In terms of, I think I'm a big Trisha Yearwood fan of the person, but I haven't technically listened to her music. I think I just like the idea that she's married to Garth Brooks.
I know, right?
Which is probably bad of me and all the country people out there. Don't be offended, but
right.
I
like Trisha Yearwood. I think there's been she's not done anything lately though.
Yeah.
I think she put out one song.
Special.
No, she has done. She has done plenty of special things. Like what's the song that she does about Katie sitting on her old front porch?
I have no idea. I just said Shannon.
That's a good song.
I'm not really into her music. Anyway, moving on. I think this is good to mention. Toyota invests in North Carolina. They're bringing a new factory here to North Carolina. It said that announced in August, Toyota said that they would invest over $2.5 billion in their newest North American facility. You can kind of see on the screen here, this is the acreage that they're going to put it on and kind of have already gotten to work on that.
That looks
But,
good.
I think the big thing is it's a Toyota battery manufacturing company, facility, and it will bring over 350 new jobs to the area.
And maybe some cars, so that you can actually go out and buy a car.
Hopefully,
you know?
well, they're only making batteries. So.
Well, batteries are what they need to manufacture the cars right now. That's what they're missing.
Anyway.
You know, a lot of them are just missing this tiny chip.
Yeah.
That.
That's right. I have heard about that. I have heard
Yeah.
about that. That a lot of, I think, cars on back or whatever, because they're
of
missing that
the
chip.
one little teeny tiny. I mean, it's not even bigger than a quarter.
Yeah.
And
isn't it crazy how something that small can be that important?
Mm-hmm.
To finishing a product.
Yeah, a whole car.
Yeah, well, I think it's great. I think it's great that that extra 350 new jobs are going to bring 2,100 jobs in total altogether to that area.
That will be good.
And they will begin production in 2025 of their new hybrid electric vehicles. So we'll see how that goes.
Look, that's a debate around here.
Oh, I know it is. I know it is. But you know,
are you willing to say where you stand on it?
No. Modern Family, maybe, I don't know how many listeners we have out there that watched Modern Family, but it was a really good show. I think it was on USA Network, right? And one of the most familiar faces, probably depends on how old you are, but one of the familiar faces out there is the guy who played Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker.
Is it Archie Bunker? Who's the other one?
What are you talking about?
On what's it called?
His name is Jay on the show.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But he played on My Wife and
what is his name?
My Wife and
My Wife and Kids.
Or My Monster and Kids, something like
My Wife
something
and
like that.
Kids.
But anyway, he's probably one of the more familiar faces up there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, he was definitely the one that kind of drew us in, and then Sophia Vergara, she's
she's
hilarious.
Amazing. She's a judge on America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Right? She's just hilarious.
She's too
funny.
funny.
I think what's funny about that is I don't think that he's technically the star of the show.
No. Mm-mm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's technically Phil.
Well, Phil is the funniest one on the show.
He is the funniest
on the show.
I think he has a nerd geek-like humor.
He does. And I was trying to find the Modern Family cast. So his name, Phil, is actually Ty Burrell.
Right.
So, but I can't find where...
He's got to be up there.
He's on there somewhere.
Yeah, he's out there somewhere. But anyway, one of those is either My Monster and Kids, My Wife and Kids, something like that.
Yeah.
But you can go and find him because he's very funny. He's very funny there and very funny up here. But anyway... as you can see in that photo that we had up earlier, isn't it great when you're on a show for, 12, maybe 10 to 12 years, and you still have that family-like kind of bond.
They all go to each other's weddings and birthday
this
parties.
Is actually Sarah Hyland's one.
Yeah,
Sarah who played Haley Duffy.
And she was very good at it. She was really good at being really dumb on the show.
Well, you know.
But
some people
she's not in real life. She's really well spoken in real life.
Oh, well,
that's
good.
That show was misleading for her. But she picked her out a good husband too.
Yeah.
Wells Adams.
I don't. Tell me.
He was on The Bachelor. He was on The Bachelorette. Actually, he got sent home, and then he got sent to Bachelor in Paradise, where
this is a spinoff.
Yeah, and then he kind of stopped wanting to even be on Bachelor in Paradise, and so he became the bartender for Bachelor in Paradise, so he can be seen up there giving you some really good relationship advice.
She married a bartender. I mean, there's nothing wrong.
She married a bartender for Bachelor in Paradise, though.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't even think he really has to make drinks. I think he just is supposed to stand there and talk. He's like half of a host.
Well, he gets paid to stand there. I can only wish. But like I said, I think that's great that they still have that bond. I think a lot of TV shows, sometimes you have as in Grey's Anatomy, you have the stars who are not so close, know, because they're always trying to one up each other.
Yeah,
and I think
jealous.
that they are jealous, and I think that sometimes they forget who's the star of the show.
They do forget who's the star of the show.
Because for that show, Ellen Pompeo, she's without a doubt the star of the show.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of shows.
Oh.
Have you seen The Rookie?
Okay,
a new episode came out last night.
Okay, so first tell me about it.
Okay, so it started off John Nolan, he's an officer.
Right.
on
Yeah, I
LAPD.
know the general idea.
But
of the show.
he decided to be a police officer because he was part of a bank robbing.
Okay.
And he was like, nobody knew what to do,
Right,
so
right.
he wanted to be the person next time to
I think what's
be
interesting
able to
is
step in.
he's like an older.
He's
like an
older. He's
rookie.
in his 40s.
Yeah.
And so it was against all odds that he even made it onto the police department. Well, there's a new season out, and it's so good.
What's so good about it?
Especially if you love true crime documentaries or like murder mystery type stuff. They have a murderer escape prison. And
don't tell the whole episode.
I'm just saying, I'm not telling the whole episode,
for the
but
viewers.
they essentially have to figure out how this happened
Yeah.
and get her back.
Yeah.
And they didn't get her back by the end of the
course they
episode,
didn't.
let me tell you. So
If
I'm waiting for
if they
next
did,
weekend.
you wouldn't have an episode. You wouldn't have a cliffhanger. Right?
And they're making a spin-off of the show.
Already?
The Rookie Feds. So an older
Oh.
lady inspired by John Nolan, she's in her 40s.
She's going into the FBI.
She's going into the FBI, and she's doing a great job.
Of course,
She's apparently proven to be an asset on the
Well,
show. If
Good for those writers.
if only that's how it really worked out.
Because there's the, you know.
I know.
Well, as you keep making spinoffs, I mean, that's kind of.
Well, I mean, and this is going to be a good spinoff too, because they can bring those two shows together.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's move over to some not so joyous news here. There was 2 teens found dead in Orange County, North Carolina. And I had to go and look up this story and do a little bit of digging or trying to understand the story at least. But 2 teens were found dead in the woods of Orange County, North Carolina last weekend. The 2 were 18 and 14 years old, I believe. And I do believe that the male had his funeral this past Saturday.
Yeah.
I do believe. And then I think that the female is going to have hers this coming.
And a suspect has been
So they have
arrested.
found.
They did make one arrest.
They made one arrest,
and
'cause-
he's actually a minor, so they haven't
Right,
released
because
his
at first
name or anything.
the idea was it was going to be it was a 17-year-old, and they had to file like a juvenile petition or something of that matter
to keep his information from getting out there.
So they have arrested someone for that.
But if he did the crime, that's an adult crime.
Well, that's what I was going to
You know?
ask. I was going to ask you.
That's an adult crime.
What is your feeling on? Do you think he should be tried
Absolutely.
he or she should
if
be
they
tried as
prove
an
it,
adult?
if they can prove that it's absolutely him beyond, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
you do adult crimes.
I mean, I would have to agree. I
And you
think
have
that
to-
I definitely think that if you do the crime, I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
an old saying: if you do the crime, you got to do the time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It sucks because you and I'm we're neither one of us are parents, but I think the general or common sense thing is it's kind of crazy when you have to worry about your children when they go out in the world.
Yeah.
But that's the world we live in,
And
unfortunately.
we don't even know, the thing is about stuff like that, we don't even know where they were.
Yeah.
Well, we do know where they were found, but we don't know what
and they were
circumstances were for them
missing.
to be
I
out.
believe they were missing
For a
prior
couple
to that.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. And was it a couple of days because after the mother filed the police report, not soon after that, they found them.
Yeah.
So
So
well,
I
I guess it does take you have to take a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for younger people, they'll do it quicker.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
I
didn't
think
know that.
I think
didn't
a
know
certain
that.
amount of time needs to pass before looking for an adult, and I
Right.
wish it wasn't that way.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure, so
Right. Yeah.
I'm not.
We're not.
I'm not law
we're Law
enforcement.
enforcement here. We're just trying to
Yeah.
present a little bit of news. So let's transition to probably one of the. It wasn't shocking, but it was definitely the Queen has passed away.
It's not shocking.
It's not shocking.
She was
because
like 96.
I know. But what I mean is, it's 70 years she was on the throne.
Yeah.
For 70 years, and she was never supposed to be up there in the first place. A lot of things happened, and I won't go into a history lesson, but a lot
No,
of
go
things
into a little bit of a
Okay,
history,
well,
because I don't remember exactly what.
So, just a quick in general, when her grandfather passed away, who was George V, he was the king, and when he passed away, obviously, as it works, it would go to the heir apparent, who would be his. At the time, it had to be a male.
You know too much about this.
I do. So it would have to be his firstborn son, which it did go to his firstborn son, who was Edward. Edward stayed on the throne for all of maybe 1 year.
Yeah.
I think 11 months. Why? Because it's kind of funny because it's kind of similar to the Charles thing. But we'll get back there. We'll tie it all together. Edward wanted to marry a twice divorced American woman. So there's already 2 red flags right there.
Oh
she was
my
twice
gosh.
divorced.
American.
And she was American. All right. And so since he abdicated, which means he stepped off the throne, then Elizabeth's father became king, and then after he died, she became queen. Right. So she was never supposed to become queen, but she ended up becoming queen, and she ended up doing it for 70 years, which was even longer than her great-great-great-grandmother Victoria.
She's been doing this forever.
She did it forever. And I think I love that the media referred to the now King Charles as the king of waiting. Because he waited so long for his mother to pass away.
I think she was trying to outlive him.
Oh, I think so too. I don't
And
think
she was
she
right.
wanted. I don't think she wanted.
She
to,
was right
give
to
him
try
the
to
throne.
outlive him.
So
This
Yeah,
is a,
yeah, I
this
think
is
it's
a man
crazy.
this is a man I don't trust.
yeah. Well, I think it's crazy. She really built a family, which was called the Commonwealth.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of countries and all that good stuff, and everybody loved her in terms of country leaders and such.
Yeah.
So I think that was great. And now, hopefully, God rest the king. So good luck for him. He may have a good, 15, 20 years in him.
God rest the king.
God rest the king. Moving on to the Little Mermaid.
Lord, this
There's
has
been
been so
outrage.
controversial.
There's been outrage because the
Yeah.
Little Mermaid is an African American woman.
Yeah.
What do you just
mean,
a short, what do you think?
I don't care.
Well,
I haven't
mean,
even
obviously.
seen it. I
Yeah.
haven't even watched it. It doesn't matter to me. So I mean,
Yeah.
as long as the music and stuff is there, I mean,
I know, and
Who cares?
they cast a singer.
She's beautiful.
She's actually a singer,
And
she got her start with Beyonce actually. Her and her
look,
sister.
I don't care. I know that there are people that are saying, the actual character of the Little Mermaid was, of a certain nationality, but
Who cares?
did you know that when you were watching it as a
Who
cartoon
cares?
as a child?
Who cares? Who cares?
No, I don't care. I don't care.
What can
Not
you
me
say?
personally.
So, last thing we want to talk about here is Barton College.
Barton College.
Barton College has a writer series that is doing, and we love it because it's ran by one of our former professors.
Yes, at our
Michael
alma
Brantley,
mater.
who's great at our good old alma mater. A poet named Tina Barr, I think she's a local poet. She's going to be coming out there, and she's going to be, I think, reading her work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been to that writer series before when there were several different writers going out. And it's really good. If you're an aspiring writer or poet or you just like to read stuff,
Yeah.
it's good to see
Yeah.
the actual writer read their own work and be able
Yeah,
to
I think you
explain
should
it
go
to
out. I think definitely you should go out there. And Michael Brantley has a couple of books of his own that he'll probably definitely try to poke you about. He'll try to make himself important. But no, we love Michael Brantley. He's great at what he does. And if you want to join there, if you want to go there, I'm sorry, that is October 5th at 7 p.m. at Barton College.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Barton College, we do have Jaquan Lynch. He was named South Atlantic Conference Football Player of the Year. Yeah, he's a sophomore there, a quarterback, and definitely playing football. I mean, he's doing 330 yards, 4 touchdowns in, I think, the past 3 games.
Yep.
And he's really doing a good job. They did have a loss on Saturday, but the season before that game has been promising. And so, but I also would like to highlight Wilson Preparatory Academy's varsity football. They started their season really strong during the first football game at their home field, and they called it a christening, so this was the very first ever.
Yep.
And they won 58-6 against their opponent. But lots of football and stuff coming up for college and high school. Definitely check your local schedules to make sure that you're getting the right dates for your folks, because Hurricane Ian is predicted to arrive by Friday night, so a lot of football games have already been moved.
We'll be right back after the break.
Combe Community College Cahin Auditorium 2022-23 Performance Series is back, starting with the New York Theater Ballet October 6th. Also this season, the North Carolina Symphony Holiday Pops and A Christmas Carol. Coming in 2023, the Zuzu African Acrobats. And yes, you heard right, the Rat Pack one more time. The Kings of Las Vegas Swing. And wrapping up the season, To Kill a Mockingbird, Matilda the Musical, and Rashomon. Season tickets on sale now. Don't miss out. Get your season tickets today.
Happy Labor Day from the Don Bullock Chevrolet family. Don Bullock Chevrolet is third-generation family-owned and has been doing business the better way for over 100 years. We have over 30 different makes of cars and trucks on our lot, and you can save thousands of dollars right now. Doing business the better way, Don Bullock Chevrolet.
What is the Davis Furniture difference? The difference is we buy with you in mind. For generations, we have listened to our customers. We can help you find the look you want for every room in your house. Quality, style, color, and of course, service. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Davis Furniture, the family business where we treat you like family. Let us help you make your house a home. Davis Furniture, historical downtown Rocky Mount, on the corner of Hill and Main.
To round out this sports roundup that we started earlier, the homecoming game at Wesleyan College should be happening on Saturday, but there's a possibility that that'll be canceled with our friend Ian headed
Mr.
in.
Ian is making his introduction.
And we have some national holidays that we're celebrating today. Today is National Family Day. Don't be a hater. So we're all busy. Today is a day to remind us to slow down and spend some time with those that we love.
Wasn't it just National Daughters Day?
Look, you can never have too much family.
Oh no, I love family.
I mean,
I didn't even know there was a National Family. Was it National Family
it's
Day?
National Family Day. Look,
National Family Day.
There's a holiday for everything. If you're looking,
I know,
for
I learned that. But no matter how many holidays there is, you still only get those same ones off. Okay. So,
I'm looking forward to October 3rd because that is National Mean Girls Day.
Are you a mean girl?
On October 3rd.
You're the meanest girl.
He asked me what day it was, and I said,
I don't know.
October 3rd. Today is also National Lumberjack Day. It's a good day to wear some flannel. Do you own any flannel? Yeah.
I own one flannel shirt, and it was an impulse buy.
Do you know who Johnny Appleseed is?
He sounds like a lumberjack.
You don't. He probably would have worn flannel, but
Was
you
he a
don't really.
lumberjack?
You really don't know who Johnny Appleseed is.
I feel like I've heard that name.
Well, today's the birthday of him, and he made apple trees bloom throughout the entire country. You don't remember that? I heard the way that he died was actually he went into somebody's home because he would stop, and he was on the road all the time. So when he went into somebody's home for the last time, he ate their food, and he was too polite to say that it was bad. He ate it, and then he died the next day.
What?
That's what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard.
So you mean to tell me, actually, the lesson of this is don't eat any and everybody's food.
Don't
That's
eat
the
any and
lesson.
everybody's food. You
Which
gotta
I
be
thought
careful.
everybody knew, but
No, not everybody knows that.
not Mr. Appleseed.
I know that. I know.
Wow.
Not to just eat any and everybody's food.
How soon? Let's go back here. How soon will Mr. Ian be when will he make
So I
his
saw
debut?
on the news Thursday and Friday are looking like the worst days. But I could be wrong. I'm not a meteorologist.
Right. We're not law enforcement,
We know.
and we're not meteorologists.
This
okay?
is not
No,
meteorology.
it's not. Oh, God. Oh, God.
We don't have the degree or the expertise.
No, we don't. Well,
And it's also National Dumpling Day. Dumpling.
dumpling like
Like
eat.
like you eat, not like
Do you
you
eat
call
dumplings?
your spouse. I have. Yeah. I heard somebody say that their favorite was peach dumplings. That's something I've never had before.
That sounds disgusting.
It does not.
I don't like dumplings in the first place. So
How do you know? Have you ever had them?
Well, obviously, anyone who said that they don't like dumplings, they've never had them anyway. So, of course, I've had them, Shannon.
Well, look, there's some social behavior that's been going on lately, all right? And just because it's acceptable doesn't mean that it's all right. Does anything come to mind?
We just got deep right there.
I'm just saying. Has anything come to mind as I said that? Acceptable behavior that really probably shouldn't be okay. I think talking on the phone while you're in line at the grocery store and having it on speaker or using one of them Bluetooth ear things and talking so loud the rest of the whole place can hear you. What do you
Let
think?
me tell you something. This has been one of her pet peeves for the longest.
And it's still going to be.
Okay, we're friends from college. We've known each other for at least, 4 years?
Too long.
Too long. It's kind of funny when we were putting this together. She was like, well, you didn't choose anyone else.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, nobody else would have done it with you.
Well, I like it. You're a good co-host.
Yeah, you're a good co-host too. So.
Thank you. I am the host. So this is the KJ show. So.
Whatever. It's not the KJ show.
Well,
What are you doing this week?
is that what we're doing? I went to a play this past weekend. It was pretty good.
Good.
Just for everyone out there, she was supposed to join me at the play. She decided that she was going to do other things.
Yeah, like train for my new job.
She decided she was going to do other things and abandon her friend. And so I went and saw the play for the both of us, and I took one of my other friends, which was great. And it was good. It was good. It was a World War II story. Well, World War I, World War II story, and it was really good. They had some good music, and I enjoyed it overall. I enjoyed it.
I'm so glad.
Aren't you glad you? Aren't you sad?
I
that
wish
you
I
missed
had
it?
gone, really.
It's
I
okay.
do wish I had gone.
Maybe next time
It's
if I
fine.
ask again.
I had to be training.
No, I agree. Are you gonna buy one of those dolly wigs?
Probably.
I think so.
If not for me, for my dog.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. This was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
We might be back for you. If they like us.
Yeah. Tell
This
us
was
you
Clear
like
Cut
us.
with Shannon and KJ. We'll see you soon.
Bye, y'all.